Yeah, everybody, my name is Lowell, and welcome to the channel. So welcome to another reaction video. We've got 10 things Americans hate about Australians. Now, this will be very interesting. Let's jump in now. I don't know if it's generalization, or maybe it's just the gentleman, Tristan is his name. Maybe it's just what he hates. But anyway, let's jump into the video, shall we?
What's good, y'all? Tristan here, and today I'm going to be going over 10 things that Americans, or at least this American, hates about Australia.
Okay, so obviously we're talking about old Tristan here, what he hates about Australians. Okay.
Yeah. You know, hate's a little bit of a strong word, but I would say these are things that I dislike, frustrate.
No. You can't put hate in the title and then backtrack. If you're gonna put hate, stand up for it, mate. Let's go. Let's see what you hate about us.
Or annoy me about Australia. Number one is the sun. So yes, even though the same sun they see in Australia is...
Well, does he know that we don't actually own the sun? I know the sun in Australia is a little bit hotter than everywhere else. It's just the way it works out. It's no ozone hole or anything else. It's just, I think they were saying it's 15% stronger here in Australia than anywhere else in the world. That's why we are the sun cancer capital of the world, especially Queensland, where I live. Okay, the sun. It's a weird way to start. Okay.
It's the same sun you see in America. The sun here is different. There is actually a hole in the ozone layer of the atmosphere above Australia, so the sun here is much more strong.
No, I don't know if there used to be. I know late 80s, early 90s, you used to learn about it in school in Australia. The hole in the ozone, the hairspray is going to kill the world kind of thing, you know. I don't know if that's a thing anymore. I don't think so.
And it burns you way more quickly than it will anywhere in the States. I don't burn easily. If I go into the sun here for 30 minutes to an hour, like, I'm gonna be pink. It's something I can't really explain, but the sun here just feels so much different. Like, you know, if you go outside on a nice, beautiful, like 70-degree day, you walk out into the sun and it just feels warm. It just feels like so great. You don't get that same feeling of warmth here in Australia. Like, you get it, but it's accompanied with the sting. So the extra strong sting.
I think that there's two levels of the sun here. You're either freezing cold and you can't really get hot, or it's too damn hot and you're getting burnt. That's the levels you get in Australia. Yikes.
Stinging sun is the first thing that I do not like about Australia. Now the next thing is more of just a minor inconvenience, but that is you cannot pay for gas at the pump. You actually have to walk inside the gas station to pay for gas. This is
now it depends on the pump. There is some places where you can use your card. You put it in, you know, F plus as you do. But most places you'll have to pump the gas and then petrol, we call it. Pump your petrol and then go into the service station. Slinging out the slang now, the servo to pay for it. Probably, I don't know, maybe 80%, 75%, it's like that. But there are definitely places where you can actually pay at the pump. It depends. Obviously, you go out west, you're not going to do that. You have to pay in the survey. So it depends where you are and which pump you go to as well too.
This is annoying for two reasons. Is one, I don't want to go all the way into the gas station to pay, like it just takes extra time. And two, there's often a line of other people who are paying for the gas or just buying stuff from the gas.
But how are you going to buy your chips and your pie, your chalky milk if you never go to the service station? That's the whole point, mate. Get in there and buy something. That's the whole point.
So you have to wait in line to pay for your gas. I don't understand why you just can't pay at the pump like you do in America. I have heard that there are a couple gas stations in Australia where you can do that, but it's like, I don't know. I've never seen it since I've been here. And if they do have them, then they're just really rare. Oh, it's also cheaper. For some reason, gas is like a lot more expensive here. Now
It's very expensive here. You know, we don't sell it by the gallon. We sell it by the liter. Our gas, petrol, at the moment, I think I saw it this morning for $2.16. I think it was $2.16 a liter. So I know Americans do it by gallons, you know, so you're paying, you know, $8.50, whatever it is, per gallon. But obviously with the exchange and the money, it might work out about the same. So let me know what petrol is is price in America at the moment. So
next one, oh, this really frustrates me sometimes, and that is you cannot turn on red here. So in America, you can turn right on at a stoplight. Well, they drive on the left side of the road here, so it'd be like turning left here. Well, yeah, you're not allowed to do that. Nothing.
No, you're not allowed to do that at all. At all. That is against the law. Full stop. Cannot. You don't have to wait and then turn. Can't do it. Can't do it. Our road rules are: once it's red, you got to stop. No turning. Kind of makes sense, I guess. Especially if you're not used to driving in America, and all of a sudden you're crossing the road and people are coming at you, even though it's red. That might kind of, I don't know. Never driven in America. Never walked across a road in America. I don't think so. I don't know. Can't remember. But anyway, yeah, definitely no turning red in Australia.
I think it's more frustrating than being stuck at a red light, knowing that you are perfectly safe to turn left. There are no cars, but
I'm getting from old Tristan here that he doesn't like waiting around for stuff. Doesn't like waiting in the queue. Doesn't like waiting at the red lights. Man, you're in Australia. Calm down, relax, slow down a bit, mate. We're very relaxed here in Australia. Slow down. There's no rush. You'll get there in the end. Just slow down a bit, mate. Slow down.
you're not able to do it. Number 4 is something that doesn't bother me one bit because I don't drink sodas, but it would really piss a lot of Americans off, and that is that there are no free refills. As a bartender, so at the restaurant I work,
The only place that which they don't do anymore, as far as I know, looked for one for a long time, was Hungry Jack's, which is our version of Burger King. Macca's never do it. Used to do it. I don't know. Maybe all you can eat places maybe do it. I don't know. I haven't been to one of them for a few years now, but it was only Burger King, our Hungry Jack's, that used to do it. They done away with that. As far as I know, they've done away with that. The last time I went, I'm pretty sure they didn't. Yeah, we don't do refills. Coffee, we don't. You see in the movies, they're sitting in a bar in a cafe or whatever it is, takeaway, whatever. And they come over and they refill your coffee cup. Nah, we don't get that at all, ever. You got to pay for every cup.
I worked at, a soft drink would cost $4.50, which is equal to about $3 US. On top of that, like once you put ice in it, it was so small, like it was probably less than half a can of soda that actually went.
That's why you get no ice. Up here for thinking. That's why you get no ice in your drinks. That's a little trick. If you come to Australia, ask for no ice
In it, and there were kids who would get like 2 or 3 soft drinks over their meal, and just right there, that would cost the same amount as their meal. So all you Americans out there who like your refills, be thankful that you're in America, because there's pretty much nowhere else in the world that does free refills like we do. All right, now this one really gets me. This is, of all the things I dislike about Australia, this one, like, I really hate. Like, this is a true hate about Australia. And that is that they have speed cameras everywhere. Like, you cannot speed here in Australia. Now, you can argue, that, like, speed cameras keep people safe. Like, you shouldn't be speeding anyways. But I guarantee you, if you drive, there's not a single person out there who has never sped in their life. And the speeding cameras here aren't like police in the US where, like, they're not going to get you for going 4 miles over the speed limit. Like, once you're getting close to 10, that's when you get a ticket. Here, if you're going 3 kilometers over the speed limit, which is equal to about 2 miles per hour, you're going to get a ticket. And I just don't think.
I don't know if that's because we value our pedestrians and everything else. You definitely, we have stationary speed cameras where they're there the whole time they're there. We also have vulture cameras, which are just brought in the last couple of years. It takes your average over, I don't know how long it is, but it's overhead. It's overhead on a steel overhead. So you'll have one every kilometer, and it will take your average. And if it averages out that you're speeding, you'll get a ticket. They also have mobile speed cameras, which will in the back of a van. They'll have a sign out speed camera. Most of the time, you don't know until you actually, come across them. But that's the thing. As he said, if you don't speed, you don't get a ticket. There you go. Problem solved. It's like if you can't control your speed, well, I don't know. Should you be driving? There's a time and place, and on the road is not a time for speeding. And if you're drifting 5-10 kilometers over the speed limit, then you're speeding. You only have yourself to blame. People say, oh, it's a revenue raiser. That's all it is. It's just to raise revenue. It's like, well, they wouldn't raise any if you didn't speed. But anyway, that's for a different time. I'm sure people will have different opinions about that. But as I said, don't speed, you won't get caught. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
think that's reasonable. To me, it seems like a little bit of an overstep from the government to just be like mailing tickets because they like got you on camera. Like, I don't know. I don't like the feeling of being like surveyed everywhere and having cameras all around me. And that's just like one thing that I don't really agree with here. Especially with the speed limits here already being low. That's like another annoying thing is the speed limits here are lower than they are in the States. So if you're gonna have slow speed limits and then you're gonna get people in trouble from cameras for going 2 miles per hour over, like, I don't know. To me,
What is the speed limit in America? Here, I don't know what the conversion rate is to miles, but here it's 50 in a built-up area. Obviously 40 around school zones, which is obviously makes sense. Sometimes it's 30, just depends. Normal driving through the streets, if it's not built up, is 60 kilometers an hour. Highway driving is 100, and then most times it goes to 110. I don't know what those conversions are. Somebody can do that. And let me know in the comment section what the speed limits are in America on open highways as well too. So
that just
some in Darwin, they don't have a speed limit on their highways at all. So there is that as well. Kind of balances out, I guess.
seems a little too strict. So the next thing I don't like about Australia is the Wi-Fi here as a whole. It's just
Oh my god, bloody Wi-Fi. Oh, I agree. I agree 100% with old Tristan on this point. Australia pretty much invented Wi-Fi through our DRSIO, whatever, I can't remember what the title is, but pretty much invented it. And we have the worst Wi-Fi. I think we're like 50, 51 on the world ranking of Wi-Fi and internet. It is terrible. I 100% agree with Tristan on this matter. As somebody who used to use Wi-Fi for live streaming, etc., in the dropouts, still get a few dropouts. I'm actually wired now into the computer. Still get a few dropouts, but the Wi-Fi, terrible. Absolutely terrible. Ask anybody. RuNet in Australia is shocking. Shocking.
kind of shitty. Like, it's not complete crap, but it's definitely much worse on average than it is in the US. If you go to a typical free Wi-Fi, like cafe, restaurant, I don't know, any typical free Wi-Fi, it's going to be lower quality than what you'd find in the US. But even if you are paying for your own internet and you're paying for the fastest Wi-Fi that you can get, you're still going to have really slow upload speeds. So you have to pay extra on top of like whatever you get to have a...
I think our best upload speed we can get in Australia at the moment, which I'm on, I think it's mine is, I think it's 800 down, which you get pretty much on a regular basis, but down, it's good if you're watching Netflix and stuff. It's good for people. I'm obviously a live streamer, so I do upload speed. The best we can get in Australia is 40. I've never seen it more than 40 up. That's it. It doesn't matter how much you pay. 40 is the limit in Australia, which is shocking speeds. But yeah, I 100% agree with old Tristan here. That's for sure.
Fast upload speed. As someone who uploads YouTube videos, it usually takes for like a 10-minute YouTube video around like 20 to 30 minutes for it to upload. That's on like my fast internet back home in the US. Here, if I'm trying to upload about a 10-minute YouTube video, it's gonna take probably between 5.5 to 7 hours to upload.
No. 10 minutes would take me, used to take about half an hour. 7 hours is, you're using the wrong internet. That is not, if you're getting 40 up, which is, as I said, the best, there's no way. I used to get 15 up and it wouldn't take me 7 hours. That's crazy talk. That is crazy talk.
I don't know why their upload speeds are so slow, and I don't know why you have to pay extra for them, but it gets really frustrating. Like, literally, if I just want to attach like a picture to an email, it's going to take like 20 to 30 seconds for it to load to the email. Where like in the US, like it's going to happen within like less than 5. And ironic.
But the thing is, the infrastructure it comes down to, our internet was put in by the government, NBN, National Broadband Network. So it doesn't matter if Telstra, which is a company here, or Optus, or Aussie Net, whatever it is, it's still the same infrastructure. It doesn't matter who you buy it from. It's still the same. They don't put like Google, they put in their own fiber. We don't have companies coming in and putting fiber next to somebody else. It's the same fiber. It doesn't matter who you buy it from. It's exactly the same infrastructure. So We don't have 350 million people living in this country. Obviously, we don't have the infrastructure. So we're meant to be getting new. There's some places that get fiber and they're kind of upgrading. It's bloody slow as a wet week. But it's happening. We definitely don't have internet and Wi-Fi on American scale at all. Because we don't have the infrastructure and we don't have the people buying it either. So we don't have that demand for it at the moment. So, but it's definitely getting there. We're slowly getting better. It's going to take a while to get to American standards for years. We won't get there, but 7 hours to upload a 10-minute video. I don't know what kind of internet he's using, but that is not correct. Not that I found in my experience anyway. So
Australians are kind of proud of the fact that they invented the internet, is what they say. Like an Australian guy invented
Wi-Fi. Internet was invented. Well, the internet is from CERN, which is in Switzerland. The World Wide Web was British, but we had a hand in Wi-Fi for sure.
The internet. So I don't know why, if you invented the internet, your internet is still so bad. Next one isn't too big of a deal, but it does get a little annoying, and that is you pretty much always have to pay extra for like any condiments, sauces you want, and it's usually like quite expensive for some sauce.
See, this one pisses me off too. If you buy a pie, it's mainly for pies and stuff, and we have individual pies in Australia. A meat pie, chicken pie. We don't do fruit. We don't do pumpkin in the individual sizes. We don't do sweet pies like that. Maybe apple pie, but you buy them from Coles. But it would be a meat pie. You buy it for lunch, and if you want some sauce, you have to buy it separate. Which is it started off at 20 cents, which wasn't 20 cents is nothing. But I think it's up to like some places I've seen it for like $1, an extra $1 for sauce, which is crazy. You're just squirting that on the top. It's crazy, but people want that convenience. People want that sauce. They're going to pay for it, which is a real shame. So, but condiments we pay for. Anything extra we pay for. McDonald's is a real pain in the ass for that too. Can I have an extra sauce? Yeah, that's 25 cents or however much it is. It's like, dang, you make how many billions of dollars a year and you can't give us a bloody extra sauce, which is really terrible. But I agree on with that. Paying for extra for condiments is a pain, a real pain, especially if you're buying a pie for almost $5 these days, which is crazy money. But so good too. Yeah, so good. Anyway, let's continue. He's hit a few points. He's hit a few good points. Oh, Tristan, let's continue.
It's like you're going to be paying between like 50 cents and $2 for a little bit of sauce. So yeah, for something that's usually free and included in your meal, that definitely frustrates me about Australia. Now this one is another.
The other thing is talking about free condiments and free stuff like that as well. If we go to a restaurant, we don't get free chips, we don't get free bread, we don't get free nothing. Sometimes you see, I always refer to movies because that's my cultural education for America. You go in and they put down the basket of breadsticks and stuff like that, basket of, corn chips and stuff like that. We don't get nothing. We don't get nothing like that at all. Man, the only time you got free bread in Australia is when we had Sizzler. And we haven't had Sizzler for bloody donkey's years. But anyway, let's continue.
Other one that really frustrates me, because this is another thing that I think is just a kind of like an overstep of the government, and that is that they mandate like it is illegal to ride a bike here without wearing a helmet.
I mean, okay, so this is two-pronged, the old helmet. I remember when the helmet law came in, we used to kick up a stink as well too, but I've seen it where people have crashed and it's like, yikes, glad he had a helmet on because otherwise he wouldn't be here. Helmet, who cares? It's a helmet. Put it on your head, you survive better. But the other prong is, in September, October, November, we have a bird in Australia called a magpie, which will swoop you if you're riding a bike and hit you in the head. If you've got a bike helmet on, you're not going to get hurt. I have seen magpies take people's eyes out, making them crash, stuff like that. So wearing a helmet, bit of a two-pronged solution, really. A, you're going to live longer if you smack your head on the concrete. And B, you might not get poked in the eye or anything from a magpie. So okay, I mean, helmet law. Who cares? Just wear a damn helmet. Doesn't really matter.
Obviously, it's smart to wear a helmet. No one's doubting that. But I think I should be able to choose whether I wear a helmet or not. Like, I'm an adult. I think most adults should be able to make decisions like that. Additionally, this helmet rule doesn't apply for like skateboarding, like scootering, longboarding, like anything like that. It only applies to
No, scooters and skateboards. I'm not too sure, but definitely scooters is you must wear a helmet too. But the other thing is, it's not just you. It's if somebody hits you, you have a better survival rate. That way, that person doesn't live with the fact that they've killed somebody as well. I mean, it makes sense all the way around. I don't know why people fight it. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Let me know in the comments.
bikes. Skateboards are so much more deadly and so much more dangerous than a bike, but you don't need a helmet for them. Like I know more people than I can count on one hand that have gone into a coma or have died from skateboarding, from hitting their head. If you included concussions, I know.
Yeah, but you don't get 5-year-olds riding skateboards on the road, whereas you do 5-year-old kids ride bikes on the road. That's the thing, you know. So you may get 5 kids that ride a skateboard, you may get 1,200 that ride a bike. Kind of makes sense to wear a helmet, you know. So
I know more people than I could count on two hands that have gotten either a concussion, coma, or died from a skateboard. But a bike, I don't know anyone. Like if you're mountain biking and going on hard trails, you're most likely smart enough to put on a helmet.
As the kid rides by with the helmet on his push bike. Good to see.
And like you can think for yourself. Or if you're just gonna go for a stroll around your neighborhood, you're probably not gonna put a helmet on, but that's your choice to make. So I don't know. I get a little frustrated by that, but that is just another thing. As an American, I hate about Australia. I really need to stop using the word hate so much. I don't hate Australia for these things. Like I freaking love Australia. Like why do you think I'm here? These are just some ways that I think Australia can improve. How about that? That's a better way to say it. All right, anyways, next one. Tobacco and cigarettes here are so highly taxed, like insanely taxed. It's going to be like, depending on where you're at, what you're getting, it's going to be like 2 to 3 times more to get tobacco and
Yeah, I think, I mean, tobacco and alcohol is vastly more expensive here than probably anywhere in the world. I know some packets of cigarettes, you see them. The other thing is we have a blank advertising. You can't see pictures of cigarettes. You can't see anything. When you walk up to a tobacconist to buy something, it's just a blank screen. You can't see anything. So, you know, you better know what you want because you can't see anything. But I think a packet of cigarettes now, I think they're pushing $50. You know, they're really expensive. But, you know, it's that tax. They're trying to tax you out of it. They're trying to, you know, force you to give up, which is a little bit underhanded, I guess. But I guess it's, you know, it is better for your health if you don't smoke. Drinking, you know, that's up to you, you know. But yeah, definitely the tobacco is very expensive here. Very. But everything is imported as well. That's the problem as well, too. So
cigarettes here than it is back in the US. I don't smoke cigarettes, but if you do, a pack of cigarettes here costs between 20 and 35 US dollars. Like, just to give you an idea for how expensive it is.
About
this last
$50,
one.
Yeah.
So I was struggling. I only had like 8 things that I hated or disliked about Australia, and I reached out to some Australian friends and I asked them one question. I said, what's something you hate about Australia? And they both responded to me with the exact same thing, and that is the damn flies here. The flies, the bugs, whatever you want to call them.
Oh my God, you have no idea. Go out west, mate. You want some flies? They will carry you away. If you have flies in town, where he's sitting at the moment, somewhere on the coast there, are nothing. You know, you get a few horse flies, whatever. Big flies that bite you. But yeah, you go out west, oh my God. They actually have to wear like a mask, you know, a veil, because there's so many damn flies. You have no idea, mate. You have no idea.
And like they are so pesky and annoying here. Like the bugs in general just kind of like, you know, get in your face, they're annoying, but the flies are aggressive. Like they are I can't even explain them. Like they just attack you when you try to hit them off your face. Like they just come back, they buzz right around here and you cannot get rid of them. Like
he needs to get that, he needs to get the Aussie wave going, mate. You know, every so often you just gotta it's just automatic, you know. You see the old blokes out west and they'll just be doing that all day, you know, just kind of getting the flies off, you know, the old Aussie wave. Okay.
Ugh. I wish I could explain the flies here, but they are just a different animal than flies in America. They will not leave you alone. They run into you. They hit you. Like they bite you. I forgot that. Yeah, they can some of the flies here, there's different types of flies. Some of them can bite you and leave you like itching like a mosquito does. Obviously, I've shared the bad about Australia in this video, but Australia is a great, wonderful place. I think in many ways it is much better than America. And if you want to hear my reasons for why I think Australia is actually better than America, then check out that video right over there.
Oh, that'd be
Thank you all so
interesting.
much for watching, and peace.
Okay, now old Tristan, he did hit a few good points. You know, I agree with him. Some of the points, some of them, I mean, they're personal. You know, they're personal choices, personal opinions as well. You know, waiting in a line at the gas station. You know, I mean, it's 2 minutes. Come on. But yeah, some of them warranted, like the Wi-Fi. Our Wi-Fi really does suck here. It is terrible. It is atrocious. But the bike helmets, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You know, as I said, it's two-prong attack on the bike helmets. But okay. Old Tristan had some points. I'll have to go back and watch his other video there, why Australia is better than America. It'd be interesting to see what he says in that one as well too. So, but let me know what you thought of that. Let me know if he had good points. If you've been to Australia and you found something that wasn't up to your kind of thinking, let me know in the comment section. I'd love to know. And let me know about the speed limits in America as well too. So, and somebody can do that conversion for me. But I like that. That was very interesting. We had a bit of fun with old Tristan there. So, guys, thank you very much for joining me. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed that. Make sure you stay safe, and I will definitely see you in the next reaction video. Oh, you're still here? You want more content? Why don't you check out my Patreon down here? You'll get plenty more content and some exclusive videos over there too. If not, why not check out this one over here?